So after the disappointment of losing the Copa del Rey final to Barcelona, we had to pick ourselves up with a quick turnaround of only a couple of days and get back into league action. We're going to show you some results from the games we played, and then we're going to bring you the semi-final, the second leg of the Champions League against Newcastle United. So let's get straight into it. So as we mentioned, we did lose the Copa del Rey final, as you would have seen in the last episode. We then faced Villarreal in La Liga at home. As you see, we've got a very good result there, a 5-0 win against Villarreal. 2 goals from Sesko, one of them a penalty. We're scoring penalties again, which is always pleasing. We'll show you the goals here first of all. As we see, Nga whips in a corner to the back post, and Sesko heads in from about 6 yards out. Sesko then scores his second from the penalty spot in the 32nd minute. In the 46th minute then, we see a ball's played wide right to Nga there. He cuts inside on his left foot and puts the ball in the bottom corner. Woods then and Amaria combine in the 40th minute, and as the ball comes to Oved, he was one-on-one with the goalkeeper to make it 4-0. And finally in the 65th minute, Amaria plays a ball out to Oved, who turns inside onto his right foot, and he actually strikes the ball on his left foot and fires it in for 5-0. We then got our revenge on Barcelona. Whilst we were disappointed with, and especially the manner of how we lost the Copa del Rey, we were fired up to want to get a win against Barcelona, and certainly a very important win in terms of the league standings. This was. We'll show you the goals first of all, as we see Benjamin Sesko scoring a penalty in the 20th minute. Only 5 minutes later then, Woods gets onto a loose ball and plays a little bit of a 1-2 with Oved. He goes one-on-one and scores from the angle. In the 40th minute then, we see Jochen Knight breaking through the midfield, finds Woods, who plays a pass into Naipan. His 3-ball to Oved is finished to make it 3-0. In the second half then, Oved whips in a corner at the front post from the right hand side, and the Kettler is there to head home. And in the 81st minute, we see Farina picking up on a loose clearance, drives towards the box, and finishes in the top corner to make it 5-0. A very pleasing and impressive victory, but also a very important victory, because that actually put us then ahead of Real Madrid in the league table. Following that, we then had a game against Newcastle in the first leg of the Champions League semi-final. A very, very pleasing result. Again, of course, against my former club. We've come back here with a 5-1 victory. We'll show you the goals here. First of all, I'll have a little look through the squad and see if there's any of my players that have been retained here. As we see, Brennan Johnson plays a nice ball into Vitor Roque to open the score in the 21st minute. Benjamin Sesko then scores a penalty in the 33rd minute to get us back into the game. In the second half then, Oved finds a pass to Woods, plays it back to Oved, and his strike goes in at the near post. Nga then makes a break up the line, plays a nice pass into Samuel Justo. As the ball's cleared not very well, Nga picks up the loose ball, squares it back to Sesko to score. In the 77th minute then, Amaria knocks the ball forward to Woods. He plays it into Oved, and Oved scores to make it 4-1. And finally then, Ngoy in the 90+ second minute finds Nga with a pass. He squares the ball back to Sesko to make it. Squares the ball back to Sesko. It's actually intercepted by Usman Diamande to score to make it 5-1. Little look through the team. Diogo Costa as a player I brought in. Tino Livramento still there. And I think really that is about it. Lucas Gornaduath is a player that I had brought in as well. And other than that, and Karim Adeyemi is also still there. Other than that, the Newcastle team is all change. Adeyemi is still a very, very good player. I wonder what his availability is like, but that's not why we're here. Back in Liga action then, we had a game against 13th place Celta Vigo. Bit of a disappointing result, this one. We were away, as again a short turnaround in games. A win would have put us back on top by 2 points. Instead, we actually drew the game 1-1, which was disappointing. But Benjamin Sesko is continuing his good run of form. As we see, Celta Vigo open the ball with a nice, open the goal scoring with a nice ball over the top to Arezzo. He scores to make it 1-0. And then just before halftime, we see Jochen Knight breaks down the right hand side, finds a pass to Naipan. He squares it over to Sesko for the equaliser. So 1-1 finished at halftime. 1-1 is how it finished after 90 minutes. And we are coming into the second leg of the Champions League final now against Newcastle. We do have a few injury concerns. In the first leg, Ruben van Bommel and Charles de Ketelaere picked up injuries. They're going to be out for up to 4 weeks each. So they are, yeah, they have 3 weeks left to run. Benjamin Sesko has also picked up a training injury just recently. So he is actually not fit for this game. So we're going to have to do a little bit of a reshuffle. I'm going to have to bring in Albrecht up front, I think. We'll bring in Alswale in here. And we'll also bring in Anthony Malone on the bench. In terms of fitness and fatigue, we just need to be careful with the players here. We're going to bring Ngoye in here. Quentin Timber struggling a little bit on fitness. We could maybe play David in there. I mean, some of his technical attributes are just awful. They really are. A little look at Naipan. We will change you for Justo. He is in good form. And Sesko, are you recommended for selection? You should be monitored. 79%. Don't really want to take a chance on you. Mark Ortega, you can't really play in defensive midfield, and Manor Amor, you are not a defensive midfielder either. So we go into the second leg, semi-final of the Champions League. As I mentioned numerous times throughout this season of the series, it's not a competition I really cared about until I got to the quarterfinals. We would very much like to go through to the final. I expect you to come back as finalists and zero reaction. In the other semi-final, Bayern Munich and Chelsea are currently drawing 1 each. Chelsea did put out another one of my former clubs, Inter Milan. So it would be disappointing not to potentially meet them in the final. As we're trying to put pressure on the Pavlovic here. The ball comes right. The ball comes left really to our right hand side. Jabor finds a pass to Nico Williams, and the ball is skied over the bar by Duranville. Pleasing to see that Tino Livramento still there actually, and Sandro Tonali actually. Tonali now with a corner from the right hand side. The ball is only partially cleared. Livramento has an effort on goal, but it's over the bar. Do we change our mentality? I mean, it's only 15 minutes in the game. We don't need to change our mentality just yet. I think we're doing okay here. Newcastle are very much in the are in the ascendancy. They're dominating a little bit. We're starting to get back into it a little bit. Let's just demand more. We have a corner from the left as Nga whips in towards the back post. Can't find Obina. Samuel Justo to recover. Timber now goes left for Amaria. He's got space to run into. Finds Oved with the pass. Goes in tight. Oved opens the score and it's now 6-1. I know away goals don't count anymore, but to kind of cancel out that away goal that they've scored. We have a 5-goal advantage with an hour to play. I would like to think we're going into the final. So we have a free kick here. Oved finds Mickey van de Ven. It's 2-0. We are into the final. We will look to, I mean, we have a short turnaround. We have a 1-day rest before our next game. It's a nice finish from Van de Ven. So as we get in the second half, we will certainly be looking to bring out some players and maybe bring in some of our lesser experienced players. Quentin Timber struggling now and Gas struggling for fitness. Coming into half time. As Ngoye with a throw in. There's the Timber, looks for Woods. He's back again to Timber. Plays a lovely through ball into Amaria. There's a good effort there, but it's gone over the bar. And I think is that Oved also struggling a little bit on fitness. But a 45, we've blown them away, absolutely. So we'll just keep a little eye here. Jabor with a free kick. He's come off the crossbar there. It's a very, very good effort. And it's cleared out for a throw-in. We do have David on the bench. We do. Approaching 55 minutes. 3 players. I mean, I'm looking at Quentin Timber. I'm looking at my 2 wingers. I'm also looking at Samuel Justo not having a great game. We will bring David in for Timber. We will bring Dominic in on the right. We will bring Malone in on the left wing. Samuel Justo, I'm just keeping a little eye on you. Maybe I should just change you now. We'll give it another 10 minutes. But very pleasing progress we're making. We'll make those changes now. I don't know actually if any of these players are on bookings and who would potentially miss. I feel like Mason Woods could be a player to potentially miss the final. Hopefully not. Samuel Justo now loses out. And the ball goes back to the keeper. Comes short to Diamande. Looks for Jabor in midfield. He's making a nice run down his right hand side. It's away from two markers. There's a big cross into the back post and a very good headed attempt. But luckily for us, it has gone over the bar. So Justo, I'm going to bring you out and bring in Al Soule. And at the back, I'm going to bring in Jose Manuel for Mason Woods. So a little under 20 minutes to go. I feel like we are dominating this game here. As Manuel now tries to find a pass, but it's cut out. Newcastle just taking their time with the ball through midfield. Cut out by David. Ngoe finds David again in midfield. Looks for Dominic. Back through David again. Albina to Ngoe. And Albina goes back to Kuryakov. Comes left now to Van de Ven. He's looking to move forward. Finds a pass into Manuel. Tries to get a pass around the corner, but he can't get through the defender. And Dominic spots the mistake from the goalkeeper. Tries to play it out to his fullback. And Dominic picks up on the loose ball. And it's I mean, if I was still Newcastle manager and Diogo Costa done that, I would be furious. Tries to come here to between Pavlovic and Pirola. There's a lack of communication perhaps, but Dominic seizes on the error and first time finish. Very, very pleased. 3-0, 8-1 on aggregate. This will stand us in good stead for the final, hopefully. As we're approaching 90 minutes in the stoppage time. Let's see it out, boys. See it out. Full time. There we go. We are in the Champions League final yet again. Very happy with the result and the way you played. Absolutely. And so there we have it for not wanting to... not that I didn't want to qualify for the Champions League final. I just didn't care enough about it because we've already won it in this Glory Hunter competition. But we're in a third Champions League final now. So very, very pleased with that. Hopefully we can go on and win that perhaps. But that is it for this episode. We are going to wrap it up here. We're going to bring you games against Osasuna, Tenerife, Rayo Vallecano, Villarreal, Girona, Getafe. We are 3 points behind Real Madrid currently after that draw with Kadiv. We do have 3 games in hand over them. The most points they can get is 96. We can achieve 96 points with 4 wins. So we could win the league title within the next 4 games, which would be also Tenerife, Rayo Vallecano, or Villarreal. Assuming we win all those games, we should wrap up the league title. If not against Villarreal, because we do have the advantage in the head-to-head, we will definitely wrap it up against Girona. So that is it for this episode. I do hope you're enjoying it. As always, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Please leave your comments. We would love to hear your feedback. We will see you in the next one when hopefully we will be crowned as La Liga champions. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Take care. Thank you for watching this video. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Please remember to subscribe to the channel. It helps us to grow. It helps us to bring you more videos like this. Please also leave a like and share the video as well. And please do leave a comment. We would love to hear your feedback also. That's it for now. You can watch one of these recommended videos, but we will see you in the next one. Until then, thank you and take care.